Hey friends, this fun pile that you see in front of you is me working on my fall 2025 kit. I'm going to go ahead today and just show you the extra things that I've thrown in here. However, I wanted to note that if I want to go get additional color sprays, or if I want to use a stencil, or if I want to use a stamp, anything of that nature. Like I have a couple of stamps included here, not much, or dies. I'm gonna give myself free rein. This is more of the like embellishment stuff I want to kind of get through or use some of, and then the next video I'll show you the paper collections that I have selected. So let me move some things real quick to go ahead and we'll start. So I do want to do some more stitching on my layouts over the fall, and I have here my Tim Holtz stitching ruler. So this gives me the ability to just go ahead and make sure my holes are spaced evenly. I also have these stencils from Some Assemblage Required. There's two different ones that have two different types of stitching on them. So on this one, you can't even see. Let me see, do I have some kind of piece of paper here? I don't know if that makes a difference. Probably not. Let's do it against this. Will that make a difference? I don't know. But there's like, if I could tell you, there's some hearts, there's some circles, there's just some dashes, things of that nature on this one. And this one has flowers and arrows and X's and, you know, just a squiggly line. So kind of fun. I picked those up from Some Assemblage Required. Now if you go to her site, she does custom make these. Wait, I have a black piece here. Would you see it better on that? Oh yeah, probably. So here's that one with the flower and the squiggly line and the arrows and the X's. Here's the other one. So if you order these from her site, they're custom made, so sometimes they take a little bit longer to get, but I have to be on the watch out to see if she's got any new ones. I also have, and I showed these in a video already, I kept the hexagon one out and the circle one out. So I have these 4 or 5 kind of templates that I can use when stitching if they will meet what I am looking to do. And these are actually tools that are going to be included always. They're just going to be sitting here in front of me on my desk as a reminder to use them. This little bag here contains some things that I pulled out of my inventory to kind of just get through. I do actually have this kit pulled, so you'll see the paper kit, but this is all from Prima. These were in the pumpkin spice collection. These are flowers that I have left. Obviously haven't used any of them. So I am pulling this collection in, and I pulled in the flowers to go with them. I do have some handmade flowers from Little Birdie. These are some that I recently hauled, and I figured the nice orange and yellow should be some that I should be able to use. And then there were these ones that I purchased. I don't know if they have a name on them or not, but I figured those were colors. If anything, I may remove middles of like these. They stand up really tall. There's a couple butterflies here, things of that nature. They're pretty. I have some very old Pebbles phrase stickers that are all fall theme, happy autumn, gratitude, hello there, I love fall, things of that nature. I have here, these were just some Felicity Jane tags that I just threw in here. If I use them, I use them. If I don't, I don't. Figured if anything I could get, you know, even the plain one and the black and white one used. I've got some Shadney wood veneer here that are books, and I figure since we're getting back to school, this would be something great to use. I'm going to move you just a little bit. There you go. Again, more Felicity Jane tags. These are called story tags. So they're just tags. Here's some Felicity Jane. These are vellum pockets to use. So if we can use those in some way. I've got a couple of Freckled Fawn items here. This one says September time to learn, so for your school. And this just reminded me of some fall colors. These reminded me of this actual, the color story here. So I've got two of those washi strips. Got this black and white one. Got this one that has actual pumpkins on there. And then there's this creamy black and white, again, just sticker labels. Just trying to remember to go through things that I have here, and you know, they're not with collections, so I forget about them. And I need to just be more aware of what I have and make use of it, because these are things that I have purchased and want to use. So that's that little bag there. I picked out some, these look like they're all maybe stickles. These are distressed stickles, and this is the color Crushed Olive. This is a Distressed in Forest Moss. This is in Patina. We've got orange something. This is a distress one in Wild Honey. A distress one in something rose, black. And then I just put a crystal one in here. So I'm going to put these somewhere where they stay on my desk. I have this die and stamp that I purchased a little bit ago that I want to get some use out of, so I included that here. Let me go ahead and show you what I have in here. So along with that, I have pulled out some paint. So I've got Paint Dauber and White, Barn Door, Pitch Black, and Festive Berries. I always have my gold Glimmer Mist on my desk, or gold Heidi Swapp Color Shine. There's not much left in this one, but I do have others. But it's also a reminder to me to, across the room from me, I have a cart that has all of my Distress inks in the top there. Now, this here are items that I received in last year's Buttons Galore and More Fall box, so I remember to pull these out. We've got some flowers. This one has flat back gems and some sequins and things like that. Here are some pumpkins. These have the back on them, so you just need a shank to cut them off. Here's some more sparkles, just some sequins and stuff. Fall harvest, so in here there's pumpkins and sunflowers and apples, things of that nature. And then these are buttons for the color of fall. Now in this kit I do not have any Halloween stuff. I'm planning on using this kit, oh, and then there's some clear leaves down here. I'm planning on using this kit through September, October, November. However, there'll be a mini kit in October for Halloween. And then at the end of November, I will do a winter Christmas kit. So that's this little basket here. And then in this little basket here, I actually went through my ribbons that I keep on my desk here, and I pulled out more fall colors. So I've got, this one is Mandarin, so it's a deeper orange, and here is Trendy Twine. It doesn't tell me what color it is, but I've got, you know, blacks and tans, and this one here is a spool that I got somewhere, but it's brown. So it's just more of those little additional things. My friend Teresa just gave me this over the summer. Kind of got a green in here. I have this seam binding. This are specifically for a kit that I'm going to work with. I have some Doodle Pops that are here to use. So we've got a fox, a chicken, a turkey, a wagon, a squirrel, a piggy. This is for back to school, a goat, a cow, and a tractor. We go to the Sandwich Fair here in Illinois every year, so I'm sure we'll be going to the fair. And I want to make sure that I get these used up. Well, if I don't use them, it's not like they go bad, but it's just as a little reminder that I have them. And this is just an old pouch of, I should actually put this one away because I won't be using anything in these colors, so I'll put this away. Now in a drawer behind me, I have enamel dots, things of that nature that I can grab whenever I want. I also have tags and things like that right behind me. So, okay, here's my little 3-tier Sterilite container that I used over the summer. I've switched the things out. So, and here now you will see I have some new pearl pens in here. They're not new, they're very old. I've had them in my stash forever, but I pulled out a brown. I have some pictures that I want to do of my pupper this month. So I've got some Chladni wood veneer in puppy, and then I've got this doodle pop in a puppy. I've got some Bella pops in here. Elephant for the zoo, if we go to the zoo, which we do. Some fall flowers, a little fox, flowers, pumpkins, and more pumpkins. So those Bella pops are in there. I wonder if I can get the doodle pops in there too, so I don't have them in 2 different places when I'm looking for them. I went through my Scrap and Happy Studio Flair and got out fall. Now you will see that there's this big pumpkin one in here, like Halloween one in here, and that's because I just bought these this year. So I will need to put these with the other. I have iris case with my Halloween stuff in that I'll put that in. But here I've got some turkeys, gobble till you wobble, so that'll be for Thanksgiving. Here are just some pumpkins and leaves, but there's a turkey in here as well for fall. I pulled these out just because I always have zoo pictures to do and I want to just remember to use them. Here's more doggy things, so just some Scrap and Happy Studio Flair for my dog. We've got Scrap and Happy Studio for the farm. Hearts I figure you can use with anything. Baking, I have a few layouts to make with Quinn Baking. So here's some leaves. Pretty leaves and pumpkins. We've got, this one has a Thanksgiving one in here and a little turkey with some boots. But all the fall colors, more more turkeys. Fall, and this I believe she made to match with Doodlebug's collection from last year, and I did pull it out to use. Here's more leaves. My favorite color is October. We've got more fall, little nomies for fall, pumpkin patch type things, scarecrow, more turkey. So use as you get it. Here's zoo ones, preschool. I want to finish her preschool pictures up in September. These are just book ones, book nerd. We're always going to the library. Well, she's going to the library every week with her mom, so just more generic shapes to use. She starts kindergarten actually Wednesday, August 20th. So I got some, I'm ready for that. I've got some really cute canvas flare buttons. These are adorable to use. I found the Eclipse photos that I took, so I've got canvas flare for that. Holy moly. More just like artsy ones and movie night buttons that you can use anytime. Back to school. Pizza is life, so just pizza, donuts, books, playground, bowling. I have some pirate pictures of her that I want to use these canvas flare on. Zoo, farm, zoo. That's a book one. Bees, and just ones that I think can go with anything. I keep including these in here to kind of use them. So we've got lots of Scrap and Happy Studio Flair, along with Doodle Pops and Bella Pops. So we're good for our circular elements and our, you know, that little pop that the Doodle Pop, Bella Pops bring. I don't think they're gonna all fit in here and close. That's the thing. maybe we can do it. Oh, gotta put my pearl pen back in there. I did it! Yay! Okay, next one. We have some new Bramble Fox fall, kind of. This is this says the little things. This says create. I figure we can obviously use that for our art stuff. I've got this pretty sunflower paperclip. This says nature lover, and there's some little animals in here. This is Hello Autumn and Memory Keeper with a little camera. We've got Kindred Spirit, Always Stay Curious, some great frames, Family, Friends, Memories, Family, Autumn, Vintage Memories. This is a Halloween one I found, Spooky Crew and Booyah. These are some other fall ones that I have, Love This Life, Cozy Days. The other colors that I have here for pearl pens was red, cobalt blue, black, and orange. I've got this die in here that's just some gears and stuff like that, and this Stampin' Die from 49 and Market. That's flower and then just like grids behind it. Got some Not Just for Boys Kit Club in here, some wood hearts and this together. This rad veneer. We've got Relax, Wild and Crazy. I've got some old planner things in here that I figure I just like the cork. So maybe if I turn them around, these will go nice with the documented collection from Bella Boulevard. I've got P13 stamp in here, not P13. This is all in Create. We've got Hello Today right here and You Are Beautiful. Some more stars, another stamp. My friend Scylla sent this to me. It's just a stitched circle. We've got some pencils and books here for more back to school. This is, I also took this out for the sake of the documented kit. I've got some pictures from last November to do where the kids were taking a Sesame Street Live. So these are Elmo. Got some frames in here that were just loose on the loose somewhere. This swirly stamp and a little spot stamp, and this is like a little stitch line. Good Read and Warm and Cozy. Great Friends, My Story Blessed, and then these are still in here from last time, which are just some Now and Then Alpha Word stickers and Tim Holtz. These are Small Talk in this family. Does it say which ones these are? Have never used them. I have more than one. Of course I do. This says So Very Thankful. So just some really fun things in there to, you know, bulk up the paper as we go through paper and finish up our fun kits. All those little pieces that make your layouts you. All those extra little things you like to add, and that's how I look at it. That's look at that little fox, how cute. Oh, are these gonna fit in here again? It's like Jenga, right? It's like, how did I do it the first time? Okay. These are copper colored and gold colored and silver colored and green colored little pieces of chipboard. There's butterflies, things like that I've gotten from, why can't I remember the name of them? I've always get them at She Loves Color, so I put them all in this one bag because I had them floating around and then I was losing pieces of them, so I put those together in a bag. I found these, there's some wood veneer. This is just kind of a reminder to go ahead and look at that, but I've got these cute buttons that I saw that are all definitely can be used for fall. Then I put those in there. There's a couple stars down there. This is just random flair. Most of these are have to do with the library. They are October afternoon. And here I've got gold to finish up these, and these pink ones I just used. There's some flowers and butterflies, so these aren't very full. I will probably find some more things to put in them. I've got Pink Fresh Studio. These are more of those sparkly gems, but in fall colors. So I've got that, and we've got black. I've got white and silver and gold. And this just looked like a nice fall sequin mix that I saw in my little container that I keep all those in. And then we've got more liquid pearls. So I've got a lot of these in my collection this month because I found myself really using them over the summer, and I enjoyed that, adding those last minute touches. So I've got platinum pearl, silver pearl, bisque. This is just black. And we've got buttercup. This is a Dylusions paint. I used this not too long ago in one of my layouts. This is just a white opal. We've got, these are glitter drops, and I just thought the color looked good for fall. It's called Golden Sunset. And this is a Nuvo Stone Drop. And Morning Fog is called, the color is called. So that's all those little extras that I have put aside that will stay right to the left of me when I'm creating. And yeah, so I will go ahead and put these things away. Actually, my paper is right next to me, so we can do that. Let's do a little bit at a time. As mentioned, I did put my Doodlebug pumpkin spice collection in here. It's not pumpkin spice, it's Farmhouse. This is from last year. I didn't touch it. We did get this at She Loves Color. I purchased this in the shop. It had not even been released to the store. It's absolutely adorable. It's perfect for fall. I've got bits and pieces, odds and ends. I have lots of epoxies to use, along with puffies and baby stickers and regular stickers and paper. And I believe I have more than one collection in here, along with, oh no, I didn't put it in here, but here, we'll go through this really quickly since I just went through my fall stash. But this is called Farmhouse. Two of those, so the back of that is just a nice teal on teal. That's not going to work there. We've got the pumpkins. The back is just a nice green plaid. This is called Country Calico. Isn't that pretty? Very fall-like. And the border strips. Fall bouquet. So the pretty flowers and all those great colors. The back is just thankful for you all over the place. This is Autumn Orchard, so our trees. And the back are the bees. This is Woodland Berries. So it's just a brown polka dot. Backers are the journaling spots. Country Quilt. So this great plaid print with the cut aparts on this side. We've got the buffalo plaid and these big tags. Fall floral. That's pretty. I like that with the acorns and such. The back is just orange tone on tone. Our stripes called Colors of Fall. More cut aparts on the back. The chickens, so hens and chicks, with that nice rosy color on the back. Tags. Back of tags. And two this and that sheets. So like I said, I knew I had two full collections because I had to have it. Had to have it. Haven't used it. So it's going in to use this year. I think I mentioned before, I did not purchase a fall collection for this year. I had gone through my fall stash and said, Slow your roll. You don't need it. And I listened to myself for once. I don't do that very often, but you know. Next collection, what do I have in here? I have got the School Rules collection from Bella Boulevard. I want to finish up some school photos from last year, and then even look for photos of my kids. So look, I've got Bella Pops in here already. We've got Ready to Learn epoxies. We've got the Ready for School puffies. I have both the words and the icons. Now, one of the things that I have been trying to do, and this is just recent, and you would have seen that in the recent hauls that I've done, is I'm not buying the ephemera words, but I am taking inspiration from them when coming up with titles and just using my thickers, as well as dies or something of that nature. And it's because I have so many of them, and I have gotten sucked into the title buying, and I don't need to. I made plans before. I have all these thickers. I've got dies, so I want to start using those things. But I am a sucker for Simple Stories titles, the foam titles. I don't know if I can say I won't buy those anymore. Here's what I've got in School is Cool. I have got this sheet. This is from School is Cool. I've recently used this, and the border strips, they did not cut all the way through, so they were a pain in the behind, and I cut them off. This is from an old collection called Star Student. So I've got this left to use. I have scraps in here. Fun. I have this old clear cut. Will it show on here? No, because it's black. Isn't that fun? Have to find a way to use that. Oh, I've got some black cardstock in here. That's from when I used it recently. So I've got the cut apart sheet. So this is Daily Details. The back is black and white polka dot. School supplies. I know I've used this one recently. Back is orange polka dot. This is all the paper clips, and the back is just a nice grid. Pencils, number 2 pencils. The back is I Love School. Here is A is for Apple. The back is just a nice green gingham. School uniform, the nice multicolored plaid. Red background. Here's the Wise One. Very cute. Oh, with the blue gingham on the back. I love that blue. Here is the bus ride, so all the school buses and great big polka dots. We've got the, oh, I cut the top of that off already, so what was this called? Math Facts. So this is just the stripes, and then this is the, looks like, come on, what are those? Flashcards. Supply list, all of our school supplies in a black. That's a fun one. That's nice blue with the stars on there. Here is our borders, cut into that already. The back is just a nice yellow plaid. We've got Daily Details, so let's put this with the other Daily Details. Let's keep them together. Black and white. How many of those do I have? This is from Star Student. Looks like those old Scantron tests we used to take. Got a couple of those, and the back looks like a map. We've got the Star Student Daily Details with a black background. There's 2 of them. We've got the Star Student Borders. So this reminds me more of like, this is definitely not little kids. It's more like middle school, high school, that kind of thing. Here are, that's fun, all the Hexies. The back of this looks like very complicated math problems. Here is a laptop and glasses and headphones called Study Hall. And the back looks like building molecules, right? And then I've got the School is Cool Chow Chip. So I will be working with this to document some back to school, as well as I've got her kindergarten graduation to do and any other like little school photos that I have left to do for Quinn. So that's what I picked out here. I was going to pick out more than one full collection, and I reminded myself to, I put this kit together and it doesn't mean I can't touch anything else. So my bag, the basket that I'm using was getting pretty full. So I said, okay, let's figure this out. What's next? I want to use the cider and donuts collection this year. I bought it last year because that's when it came out, right? 2024. I had to have it. I haven't used it. So it will be used this year. I haven't purchased a collection this year, so this will be perfect. So I've got foam titles, bits and pieces, floral bits. We must have gotten some in a scrap room kit because this would be like our little portion of ephemera that we get. And then here's the paper that I have. Many thanks. This is very pretty. The brown background with the flowers. On the back of that says give thanks. I like this one. Branches of Fun with like the newsprint behind the acorns and such. Two of those. So this is a nice, would that be plaid? I think so. I like that. All this thankful paper and the more plaid on the back. I've got the Gather Together, so all the little mushrooms. This is a great piece of paper back, nice background as well. We got the Comfy Cozy, looks like I have two of those, and that's very pretty floral paper, and the back is a brown polka dot. This is Snuggle Season, that's pretty. This reminds me of a cute fall dress for a little girl. And the back is the little squirrels. We've got our tags. The back of the tags, we've got our journal elements, so lots of nice journal spots. Oh, that's cute. We've got our 2x2, 4x4 elements, a nice pretty green background. We've got our 3x4 elements. It's fall, y'all, with a nice plaid on the back of that. 4x6 elements, pretty floral. Here's all the pumpkins, pumpkin everything with that nice, I like that color. And then I've got the sticker sheet to use. So I've got that full collection, and it looks like I probably put the couple that I do have duplicates of, but I'll check. Means that I put my scrap room kit in here, and if I haven't, I will grab those and put them in here too, since this will be one that's, you know, used. Okay, I chose the 49 and Market collection that I'm going to use. Is In the Leaves, is it's called. And I have in here, I actually have the Countryside Chipboard word set. The colors match, and I have two of these. I do not have one for this collection, so I thought, yeah, throw it in there. I've got the Wishing Bubbles and Trinkets for this collection. I have the Ephemera Bits, so that's the package of all of those goodies. I have the chipboard stickers. Now it looks like, so I took a look at this, and it said there were 6 double-sided papers, 2 laser cut sheets. Now I have the cover here. Back of the cover is just a nice plain background. I like that zip strip says So Thankful. Here are the 2 laser cuts, so they are laid in there like that already. And then I had 2 of each paper, so I don't know how, if I bought 2 of them, how I didn't get the laser cuts twice, or what I did with them, but for some reason I only have the one in there, and that's absolutely fine. That's more than enough. This is called Seasonal, or Seasoned. This collection came in 2021. Here's the back of that. This one is called, oh, I guess they don't have, because this says seasoned as well. Is that the same paper? That's the same paper. How do I have 3 of that? I don't know. This is called Journal Cards. So we've got 1. Oh, that's pretty. Thankful and Grateful. We have this journal card, so I only have 2 of those. Maybe I got this in a scrap room or something too and just combined it, but this is called Autumnal. Very pretty. In the back is just that nice Autumn Smiles, Leaves Perfect. Gratitude. Very nice. Harvest. Pretty. I'm not crazy about this image here. On the back is like falling leaves. Says today, love this most, forever, hello fall. And then meadow. And there is, oh, so it must be, I must have just put my scrap room kit in here is what it is. Which would be why I have 2 of some, 3 of one of it. I don't know. This is called Meadow. Look at the little caterpillar here. That nice green. And then this one is called Splendor. This is pretty. I like this one. Oh, and that nice rust background. Very pretty. So I have that. Remember I said I was going to put a 49 and Market one in here? I held myself to it. Now, I will be working with some 49 and Market anyway this month. This month and October, because my next 4 girls, 4 sketches, we challenged each other to use 49 and Market and rub-ons. And there's something else, and I can't remember what it is. I know I have it written down, so it's not like, and it's not like I don't scrap with my friends online, so I'll make them remind me. But I have this in my fall kit. I selected to use, I don't know if I'll use this. This is Freckled Fawn. This, I went through what I had, and these were the ones that looked fallish to me. There are these enamel dots that I have. I should probably just put these in with my little kit over here, because I could use them with all the collections if I want. There was this piece of paper. The back, I don't care for that at all. So there were 2 of these. I do like these florals. So even if I cut those up, I don't know if I'm going to use this. I put it in here as a, hey, you have this, take a look. But I honestly don't know if I will use it. I have, this one was in there. I don't care for that polka dot at all. There's this Tealy Gingham. 2 of those. I really don't care for that. I should just donate these. I don't think I'm going to use them. I do love me a ledger paper though. Diagonal yellow is pretty. This is kind of pretty. I don't mind that. And so I have 2 of those. And then this, I don't mind that polka dot. And this brown. This one will be a use or lose, put it that way. So this one will be, if I find a way to use it over these next 3 months, use it. And if I don't, it's time to lose it. And I don't say that with all of my collections, I just don't. Okay, so for another school type collection, I did include in here October Afternoon Sidewalks. I've got the word stickers, the label stickers, more label stickers. And then I also had this report card word stickers and label stickers, but I don't have any report card paper. I have some, these are chip and stick, so it's just chipboard. I have obviously used it before. Sorry about that. She'll go away. This is called Hide and Seek. Very pretty paper. Do I have two of those? Yes. So the back of it is just a nice red stripe. This is from 2011. This is called a red light, green light, a nice plaid. So there's two of those. And the back of that's just a nice yellow. We have got the jump rope, it's called, but this is the border strips. Used that before. And the back of this is all kinds of words. Cute. This is Duck, Duck, Goose. So it's all the kids on the playground. Even I could just use this for that image of the photos I want to do this month with the dogs. Oh, a pretty yellow gingham. We've got Red Rover. So it's like a story here. And the back is so it looks like ledger paper behind the red and white, the red dot. We've got marbles. And this nice pink on pink. Used some of that already. Ring Around the Rosie. To me, this is a beautiful piece of paper. And the back is a grid. Two of those. Kick the Can. This is not something that maybe in small pieces or something. Oh, but the back is great. Great ledger paper. This is Capture the Flag. Back of that is Singing and Rocking. So it's a music. I have Alpha that goes with it, two of those. I have some scraps here, and I believe in here, this is going to be a longer one, so I apologize. Instead of breaking it up into two, it didn't seem like it after I was done with just showing you the like bits and pieces that I was putting in here, like that was too long, so I just kept going. Now I have an envelope in here. Let's see, where is it? Yes. So in here, I thought I had a 6x8 pad, but maybe I don't on this one. Yes, I do. So I've got the 6x8 pad as well. And it's, I think I had more than one. So I need to put this together somehow. And so yeah, I've got the 6x8 pad here. I'm gonna ruin it that way. Take it apart. And then this are things that I had in for this collection. So I've got little flyers, which are, you put them on the back of toothpicks. I've got all of the vintage elements. There's buttons and ribbon, and what else is here? These little flashcards are adorable. There's twine, there's ribbon, so there's just all kinds of October Afternoon. When they put out a collection, it was just fantastic. I am gonna put this next to me, so I'm gonna move this here, put this here. Okay, next we have Rosie Studio. Oh, here's another Felicity Jane thing that I'm including, and it just didn't fit in that 6x12 envelope, unless I cut it up. Maybe I'll do that so it's in there and it doesn't get lost in the bottom of the basket. So here is my pieces of, I believe it's Carpe Diem, although this collection is Briarwood. Did I keep the packaging? I don't know, but I've got in here words and trimmings and lots of, I've got chipboard and ephemera. I really thought this was so pretty. had a date on their collections. But I have used this before. Oh, see, look, I found, so I've got these. This is from Carpe Diem, but this is just some words. These are from This Is Us, just some hearts that I figured matched. We've got some scripts, and then the full sheets of paper. Now, Rosie Studio is one-sided. Funny because I don't see blue anywhere else except this blue piece of paper. I'm gonna have to find things to go with this because I don't see, like obviously could you use this, or really that green can go with any of them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find some other things to go with this, but I really, really very much liked this Briarwood collection, and I haven't pulled in any Rosie Studio to any of my kits yet, and I've been seeing my friend Melanie is on their Create team, my friend Melanie from She Should, and she's been putting together some really beautiful things, and it reminded me like, oh yeah, you've got some of that, go ahead and pull it out. Let's see, what else did I put in here? Echo Park. I've got all of the ephemera and frames, and we've got adhesive brads and enamel dots. So I'm not going to take those all out because then they fall out, but this is the fall collection. And I know when I was going through my fall items, I believe I said I was putting this one in. I love about this collection is this blue. It's so pretty. I mean, I love a lot of things. This Scarecrow, love him. Nice blue gingham. These are the 3x4 journaling cards, 4x4 journaling cards. And I did know that I had more than one of these. And I'm doing the same thing that I did last time, where if I make one with each one of these collections, I will be happy. I'm not looking at these, besides the Freckled Fawn, like, okay, if I don't use it, I need to lose it. No way. I like all of these things. This is called Whisking Leaves. And I only have one of those, fall phrases, but that's probably because that's a great background. We've got these leaves, only one of those. This is called Leaf Pile. Here's the pumpkins. It's called Pumpkin Patch. Here are the different size. Usually you've got your 2x2s, 4x6. Yeah, 4x6. So what would this be? 6x4? Yeah, I got so. Yeah, multi-journaling cards. So we got more than one of those. Here's this one. It's border strips and more journaling cards. So what's this one called? Journaling cards. Very nice plaid. This is called Patch Plaid. And that's pretty, a little flower. And I believe I also had in here, maybe not, let's keep going. Before I even, this is cute. I would use this in pieces for sure. Fall Harvest. Here is the tractor. Heyday. Big sunflowers. Family. Farm Floral. Yeah, I thought I had the solids in here, and then a couple of sticker sheets. So I did include this. Some of my favorites, some of my fall favorites, that's for sure. Now, can you see why I didn't need to buy fall, though? I mean, I've got some pretty awesome stuff already. None of it's new. None of it's ancient, but none of it's brand new either. And let's see. Yep, here is the Prima. Prima is not normally my style, but I love fall, and I think that's what got me on this one. So in this, we've got pumpkin and spice. I've got some puffies. I have chipboard to use. Let's see if this has a year on it. Not on that. Let's see. I've got the crystal drops. I put all the ephemera in one pack. I've got the 6x6 paper pad to use. And look at, there's so many of each of the papers. These are great. Those first few pages there, cut aparts. These I would cut apart to use. But the backs will be great for photos and stuff. We've got word strips there. And 12 by 12s, I don't have many. This one is called Fall Flowers. I was just looking to see if there is a date on this, but I don't see one here. And that's just a wood grain. Here's all of the pretty pumpkins, and there's like gold specks on the background. This is called Fall for Fall. And the back is like, that reminds me of a 49 market paper. For sure. This is pretty. Look at it, it's got like the blankie here, and then the pretty pumpkins. This looks like it'd be nice on a fireplace. Oh, and the back is pretty too. Here's some cut aparts. Black gingham. Same thing, so I got 2 of those cut apart. And then this is called Sweater Weather. Sweater Weather. You could cut all those up or use the pretty pink plaid. So that's what I've got there. Oh, this one's a chunker. This is the Simple Stories Harvest Market. I recently went through this, so we're not going to deep dive too much, but I've got the 6x8 pad, I've got stamps, bits and pieces, decorative adhesive brads, page pieces, sticker book, frames, puffies, chipboard, and a whole lot of paper. Let me do a little fan. Loved this. Loved it, love this paper. Have used it in several ways. Journaling, 3x4s, acorns. So lots and lots of that. And I've used it before, and this is still a chunker. That's okay. I really do thoroughly like this collection. As a reminder, yes, I'm calling this a bash kit, but it's not to bash them. It's to at least use them making one layout, at least one. If I do more, that's great. There's nothing stopping me. Now I had this in my summer kit, and as I mentioned before, I kept these through the fall. So this is Gingham Gathered by My Mind's Eye. I will use this over the fall, again, if it's just to make one layout, but I've got the 6x8. I've got lots of ephemera and enamel dots. I've got the sticker book, the 6x12 sticker sheet. This one's called Gingham Gardens. So this is Gingham Gathered and Gingham Garden. Only 6 pieces of paper in here. We got that one. I love the flower. We've got that nice gingham. Looks like a nice shirt. The black leaf. So pretty. The tan stripe. We've got lots of words. And another gingham. Is that the same piece of paper? I think it is. Yep. The tan flowers. And the gray gingham. So I I just moved it forward because I do want to use it. I just didn't feel like the summer papers, the summer photos and things like that that I was using warranted it this collection. Same with a couple other ones that I'm going to show you really quickly. I know this has been a longer one than I thought. So this one is a couple different ones, but when you look at it, it's got this owl in there and such, and I'm like, oh, I can use that for fall, school, that kind of thing. This is called Burlap and Bouquets. This is from Fancy Pants 2014. So this is definitely, it says fall to me. Burlap and Bouquet. There's the back of that. Burlap and Bouquet. Why is this in here? I don't know if I'll ever use that. I must have mixed 2 page kits in here or something. Yeah, I must have. Because here, I can see maybe using that for something. You know what? I'm going to keep this out on my desk and make something with this first. I'll grab a set of summer photos and get that one out of the way. And then this Burlap and Bouquet is obviously just going to be one layout, so that's perfect. I can definitely find something to do with that. What I've got here of the, this was another Fancy Pants Prairie Rose. So pretty, so pretty, so pretty. I can definitely use this fall, in the fall. So that's really a page. I don't know if I'm going to partake in 30 Days of Sketches this year, but maybe I should. I mean, it doesn't start until October, and if I get the sketches and start working through them and then work through this basket here, I've got, this is Kaisercraft, I believe. So like, look at the colors. Yeah, this is Gypsy Rose. This is fall. So pretty. And the green. I am not a, I forget what they're called. Dreamcatcher. The doors. Now this is a different one. There's a Stargazer. Okay. So yep, that's something that I could definitely see myself getting used up. And then we've got another Fancy Pants. This was the B collection, right? There's alpha stickers. Doesn't say what collection, but they're with this one. Ephemera, words, and Honey and Bee. We've got 1, 2, 3 pieces of paper, sticker sheet. So yeah, that's a layout with some scraps. It'd be nice to get these used to either then put what I have remaining somewhere or get rid of it. That was the Kaisercraft. What is this? That's it. So that's what I plan to use. I haven't used cornhole yet, so I keep that. I got that. I found the pictures that I want to do with that. So that is what I have in my fall kit so far. Let me know what you think. Is that too much? Is it not enough? How do you feel about it? I should have counted how many collections. I'll do that later and reference it. I'll write it down so that when I'm talking about them in the future that I mention, oh, I got this many picked out, and we can go from there. But like I said, this didn't include Halloween. I will put together, I still want to film what I have in my inventory Halloween, and then I'll pick a collection or 2 from there for October, and then there'll be a new kit come December. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Please let me know if you like these kinds of videos. I'm nosy and I really enjoy watching other people, so that's why I do them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.